This is Hayes Q Jones, your DVD and Blu-ray baller on a budget, and this is HQ Videos for you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a current subscriber, what's up? We greatly appreciate it. Come on in, make yourself at home. You know the routine. This week takes me to a new spot. This is actually a thrift store, Lighthouse Family Store Ministries. I've passed this store hundreds of times. Just so happens I was at Goodwill looking at movies, and a young lady next to me suggested a couple of thrift shops that I've never been to before, and this is one of them. So I actually found a couple DVDs there. Along with that, have my 3D pick for the week, my Kino Lower pick, having out of print rare sci-fi Blu-ray, have a concert Blu-ray. I think it's actually from the 80s, so have some bangers in here. But before I get into what I picked up, not only do I collect movies, yes, I'm one of these weird, wild individuals. I actually watch them. And on a weekly basis, I like to share some of the things I've watched, either streaming on the Fire Stick, actual physical media, or live in the theater with my family. And I'm going to kick it off with some physical media. This is, did I pick this up at? I think I picked this up at Hamilton Bookstore, if I'm not mistaken. But this is the 2019 action film Ip Man Kung Fu Master. This was directed and written by Li Ming Lee, produced by Ling Gao. This stars Yu Hang To, Wan Liuo Zhen, Jiao Hu Tong, Dong Fan Yu, and Michael Wong. I hope I didn't murder those people's names. But the plot behind this movie, Ip Man's promising career as a policeman is ruined after he is framed for murder and targeted by a mob's boss daughter. And going into this, I was a little biased because I've seen the other 4 Ip Man movies, well, 5, but the 4 with Donnie Yen and another with another guy I can't think of though. So I was a little biased, not expecting the martial arts and the choreography to be as good as Donnie Yen. It wasn't quite as good though, but it was impressive though. Great fight scenes, and they kind of gone over this Ip Man story briefly in the other Ip Man and the Ip Man quadrilogy, but this is a nice change of pace, nice new face, great choreography, great action. So fun movie. I was pleasantly surprised. So if you like martial arts, if you like the legend of Ip Man, definitely check out Ip Man Kung Fu Master. My second pick is another Hamilton book pickup. This is the 2021 horror mystery thriller Seance. This is directed and written by Simon Barrett, produced by Russell Ackerman. This stars Suki Waterhouse, Madison Beatty, Inanna Sarkis, Ella Ray Smith, Stephanie Sy. The plot behind this: at an elite boarding school for girls, 6 friends jokingly engage in a late-night ritual calling forth the spirit of a dead former student who reportedly haunts their halls. Before morning, one of the girls is dead, leaving the others wondering what they may have awakened. And this is a Shudder release. I love my Shudder movies. They do an excellent job of doing, I say, mid-range, not low budget, not high, but mid-level horror. This has supernatural elements, so with reasonable story writing. Is not scary though, but it's a thriller, pretty decent storyline, and it kind of pulls into the story though. Again, it's a Shudder release, so out of all the Shudder movies I've watched, I think I've only disliked one of them. So if you like Shudder movies, if you like that, it's almost kind of a feel like the movie Craft, but not quite as good, but still compelling. Definitely check out Seance. My next film, again, I think it's another Hamilton book release, Hamilton book pickup. It's a 2019 American action comedy film, Charlie's Angels. This is directed and written by Elizabeth Banks, produced by Doug Belgrad. This stars Kristen Stewart, Naomi Scott, Ella Walenska, Elizabeth Banks, Jiman Hanusu, Sam Claflin, Noah Centineo, Patrick Stewart. The plot behind this: a team of angels, including Jane and Sabrina, led by the senior operative John Bosley, capture international embezzler Johnny Smith in Rio de Janeiro and turn them over to American authorities. And I was really reluctant to watch this because I heard such bad reviews. Oh, it sucked. It was horrible. I should have known. Just the way the internet is, it seems like negative commentaries or negative reviews seem to garner more views. It was a solid movie, very decent action. It wasn't the same slapstick comedy as the Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, Lucy Liu, Charlie's Angels, though. It was a little bit more kind of tongue-in-cheek, dark comedy. Action was solid. Did I like the actresses as much as I like the Lucy Liu, Drew Barrymore? No, but that I do know those actresses a little bit better than these current actresses, so that might have something to do with it. But overall, solid movie, decent action, and humorous at parts. So definitely like Charlie's Angels 2019. My last pick is a 2025 American action spy film, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. This was directed and written by Christopher McQuarrie, produced by Tom Cruise and Christopher McQuarrie. This stars Tom Cruise, Haley Atwell, Ving Rhames, Simon Pegg, Henry Czerny, and Angela Bassett. The plot behind this: 2 months after retrieving the key to the source code for the malevolent artificial intelligence known as the Entity, rogue IMF agent Ethan Hunt receives a message from U.S. President Erica Sloan. She informs Ethan that the Entity continues to seize control of global nuclear systems, aided by undercover doomsday cultists. Ethan is ordered to surrender the key, but he refuses and continues pursuing Gabrielle, the Entity's former proxy. And I'm guessing this is the last of the Mission Impossible movies. Normally when I do my little what I watch for the week, I don't watch reviews of movies because to me reviews are like buttholes. Everyone has them and half of them stink. But I did watch one of them, and they said that the movie, they thought it was too long and it could have cut off 30 minutes. And before watching it, I was like, hey, you're just being a hater. After watching it, yeah, it was a little long. The action wasn't as intense as the prior movies. It's like they've been doing this over 30 years, so what can you do to top the last movie? I think the last movie was quite decent, but this one, it just seemed to drag on. My mind was wandering. It's kind of hard to keep track of the plot. And I don't know, it was still entertaining, but I think it ran a little bit long. And I think the Mission Impossible series, at least with Tom Cruise, has run its course. So I wouldn't, and I love watching franchise movies, but I wouldn't suggest another Mission Impossible. Let it go for another 10 or 15 years and bring it back with another actor, or just let it go altogether. So, but overall, it's a decent movie. Just a little disappointed. It's not what I expected, and probably of the franchise, it might be my least favorite. Now, with that being said, without further ado, sit back, relax, have a drink, have a smoke, and I'll catch you on the other end of this video. Sit back and chill like Shaka and Shira right here in the picture. We're back at the Black Cave. Back at the Black Cave. We are back at the motherfucking Black Cave. Have my pickups here from Lighthouse Ministries. Have my 3D pick. Have an out of print sci-fi. Have my Kino Lorber. Have this very cool concert video, I think from the 80s or maybe the 90s. Charlie Sheen double feature Blu-ray. So I got some bangers in here. Let me get these scanned in and we'll jump right into it. Hold on. I'm going to kick it off with what I picked up at Lighthouse Family Store Ministries. I purchased two. This is one of the two. Summer School with Mark Harmon, a Carl Reiner film, and Kirstie Allen. Seems like I watched this back in the day. I don't think this has a Blu-ray out yet. I can foresee this maybe getting the Blu-ray upgrade. Maybe it's a Paramount release. Summer School. And there's one more, and I'll show that a little bit later. That's my classic pick for the week. But I have Nim's Island with Jodie Foster and Gerard Butler. Very cool family film. I watched this a while ago, 20th Century Fox release. It's very cool fantasy family film. Nim's Island. And I picked up the sequel to this, I believe, at Salvation Army a few months ago. So I've already watched this. Now I can watch the sequel. Next, we have Guarding Tess. Shirley MacLaine, Nicolas Cage. And I haven't seen this in a while. I had it on DVD. Essentially, you have a bodyguard. I believe Tess is the first lady. This really nasty lady. If she's not the first lady, she's some high wife of a politician. And it's Nicolas Cage's job to, as her bodyguard, kind of save her from herself. It's a Sony release. Looks like it's made on demand, but Sony looks like it. Guarding Tess. Next, my concert video. Don't know how many of you are familiar with Talking Heads, David Byrne. Is it David Byrne or David Byrne? I think it's David Byrne, I believe, though. Once in a Lifetime, Psycho Killer. He was just really an odd, unusual musical artist. And I liked his vibe. He was just very different and just very interesting, especially seeing him in concert. And I haven't seen this, so I look forward to watching this. My son actually likes Psycho Killer. I've heard him play it several times on his playlist. So, and this is a Second Sight film. Stop Making Sense. Next, my out of print sci-fi pickup, Time Lapse. I believe there's an import, but I don't know how imports are going to get imports nowadays. I think that might be an issue though. But very cool, low budget sci-fi film, but one of those films where they actually do more with less, which I really love. They get into the story of it. The very good storytelling with this. Time Lapse. And this is an Accelerator film release. They're like a low budget distributor. Time Lapse. My Martin Sheen Kino Lorber, my Martin Sheen double feature is No Man's Land. It's the Kino Lorber version of that, but that's out of print. They want like $100 for that. And you have Men at Work. It's an Umbrella release. So very nice double feature. Very happy to add this to the collection, especially with Martin Sheen's just recent Netflix documentary on his life, though. So that was very wild. So No Man's Land, Men at Work. My Kino Lorber pick for the week, Convoy, with a very young Chris Christopherson, may he rest in peace, and Ally McGraw, she was a kind of cutie back in her day. You have old boy from Car Wash in here, Ernest Borgnine. What other big names are in here? Those are the ones that I remember from watching it, though, just off the cuff, though. But very cool trucker movie. That's back in the 70s when everyone had CBs and trucker movies were kind of all the rage. So, Convoy. My 3D pick for the week, Galapagos 3D Island. I love my 3D nature films, done very well. Beautiful, vivid picture. I believe this is Region B. And this is who knows who the distributor is on some of these 3D pictures. Is it exempt? E for exempt? Or is that the rating? I'm assuming that's the rating. Okay, I have no idea who the distributor is on this, so if you know, leave it in the comments. So, but Galapagos 3D. And my classic pick, Ellen Barkin, Lawrence Fishburne, Bad Company. This is actually kind of wild. This is a placeholder for the Kino Lorber out of print Blu-ray that I wanted. Before I got this, I've been trying to price it online. Probably a week or two after I got this, I picked it up online. I don't think it was 2 weeks, probably a few days maybe. It's a touch-tone release. Lawrence Fishburne, very underrated, amazing actor. Touch-tone release, Bad Company. And this, I don't think they gave me a receipt at the Lighthouse Ministries. I believe they're $2 a piece. A little pricey though, but not bad. So this is my thrift store eBay haul for the week. If you're familiar with the channel, this is where I separate the art from the disc and the plastic so I can make room for all these movies. One of these will make the shelves. So give me a moment, let me get these situated, and I'll get you good people on your way. Hold on. I have almost everything scanned into my CLZ Movies app. The Minute Work, that didn't scan in, so I had to put that in separately though. But again, they're all scanned into my CLZ Movies app. C as in Convoy, L as in Last Dragon, Z as in Zero Dark 30. Let's knock this out. I have everything laid out, ready to be put back in its proper place. As usual, I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in, leaving comments. Made this far in the video, smash the like, give me the big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, go and subscribe. Make sure you check out my Saturday collection videos, same place, same time. Other than that, may the best of your past be the worst of your future. Everyone, please be safe. Deuces.